He failed the test, and the teacher smiled. Here's why that moment changed everything. A boy had studied all night for his big exam, but he still failed. As he walked to school the next day, a heavy sense of dread hung over him. He imagined the other students laughing, the teacher shaking her head in disappointment. He handed his paper to the teacher, his eyes fixed on the floor, bracing for the lecture he was sure would come. Instead, the teacher looked at his paper, then looked at him, and asked quietly, "Did you give your best?" The boy's voice trembled a little as he nodded. "Yes," but it obviously wasn't enough. The teacher didn't respond right away. She just pointed to a small plant sitting on the windowsill. "You see that?" she said. "When I first got it, it looked dead. There were no leaves, no signs of growth. It was just a pot of dirt." The boy looked at the plant, now green and vibrant, and frowned. "So, how did it survive?" She smiled gently. "Water. Every single day. I watered it even when nothing seemed to be changing on the surface." Then, she picked up his failed test paper. "This score isn't proof that you're stupid. It's just proof that your method isn't working yet." She took her pen and wrote 3 simple words at the top of the page. Same goal. New plan. That day, something shifted inside the boy. He stopped chasing some magical burst of motivation and started tracking his effort instead. He committed to 30 minutes of focused study every single day. With no excuses, he tackled one topic at a time until he understood it and started doing practice questions instead of just passively reading his notes. And most importantly, he started getting a full night's sleep instead of pulling frantic, last-minute all-nighters. Weeks went by. There was no sudden applause, no grand moment of breakthrough. It was just quiet, consistent work. But then the next test came around, and he improved. Not by a huge leap, but it was better. Then he improved again on the next one. And one day, a few months later, he passed a test with a score that shocked even himself. He didn't magically become smart overnight, he simply became consistent. The lesson here is powerful. Failure isn't a full stop. It's not a final judgment on your abilities. It's just feedback. It's a signpost telling you to take a different road. If you keep your goal the same, but you're brave enough to change the plan and you show up daily, watering that seed even when you can see the growth, your results will have no choice but to change. It's a law of nature. So if this resonates with you, if you feel like you've hit a wall, I want you to comment "new plan" below to declare that you're restarting again today, but this time, you're starting smarter. And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to follow for more 2-minute insights to help build your mindset. Thanks for watching.